What's up, everybody? Destin Legary here with Brendan Graber.
I never asked for this, but I really, really am looking forward to it.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere. We had screenshots, now we have a trailer, and this is the new Deus Ex game. Brendan, you're here because you're kind of our Deus Ex expert.
Yeah, big fan of it. Played the original, was one of the greatest games I've ever played, and then Human Revolution had a lot to live up to, but I really enjoyed Human Revolution and Adam Jensen in particular, so I'm really glad we're going to see him again.
So what's the title of this new one?
This is Humanity Divided, I believe.
Humanity Divided. And we see a lot of that in the trailer, actually.
Yeah, specifically non-augmented people versus people who have augmentations.
Yeah, it looks like they're just kind of hunting down people with augmentations, like that guy had augmented legs. There was a guy with an augmented arm before. We see Adam Jensen's eye there, or at least I believe it's Adam Jensen's eye.
Let's go back to the beginning real quick, because it starts off with his monologue as he's running through the streets. This scene right here, it looks like this is right after the end of the first game, or Human Revolution. Do we want to spoil kind of the end? It's been a couple of years.
Yeah, so spoiler warning right now before we get into them.
Yeah, so spoiler
warning. You've been warned. Here we go.
At the end of the game, you're at this site in the Arctic, the Pangaea, and you are given the choice basically to explode the place or to reveal information. And it looks like that ending was the self-destruct, but he survived. But the thing is that there was multiple endings, and all of them were really good endings. He gave a lot of good points for each ending. You could either tell people about what went on, you could either just hide the truth, you could either blame it on terrorists, and what you did would kind of like either make it so people would either want to experiment more with augmentations, or they would fear augmentations. And this looks like kind of a bit of both.
It's looking like they picked a canon ending. So like one of the endings were the canon ending. I don't think your saves are gonna like carry over in any way. I don't think they can do that.
But it was enough that
easily.
Any of those endings could still feasibly work. I don't know which one it's going to be yet, but obviously we're seeing that there's a lot more us versus them mentality. Terrorist attacks. This guy looks like a major player apparently. Like you see him.
This secondary character.
This guy with the hood.
He's not the boss character, which we'll see in a little bit. He's like a lackey.
But he may end up being something bigger.
Yes, he could be.
There's
the boss there in the background. If you rewind,
this guy.
We'll
see him later on.
If you continue through the trailer.
We're also seeing on the left side a lot of blips over Europe, and I believe that the game's going to take place.
It says terrorist attacks increase.
Yeah.
So that's where they're happening.
And it seems like maybe we'll get to go to Europe this time.
That'd be cool.
Which I'd like to. And so we'll see. This is interesting. He's like, help me. And it flashes back to Megan, Adam's ex-girlfriend from the first game.
Yeah,
who actually, no spoiler warning, at the end, after the credits, you find that she's now working for the Illuminati.
Wait, did she die? I don't remember.
No. You rescue her.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Then you think everything's good, and then after the end of credits, she's talking to Bob Page, the bad guy from the first Deus Ex game, which takes place after these games.
Yeah. So here we see his invisibility ability.
Invisibility ability.
Yeah. And then he goes to work on these guys. So stealth elements are back, and also action elements.
He also jumped. I don't know if that's going to be an ability you can. He didn't really jump in the other game.
Just seeing these flying robots in the trailer makes me think that you are going to be able to have a jumping ability. And we're actually getting a look at, if you freeze frame it there on his transforming arm, here's one of his new powers. His arm kind of has like a force push cannon.
Pulse gun?
Yeah.
So that's like a non-lethal approach. Deus Ex is always about non-lethal versus lethal.
Yeah.
You're able to choose what you wanted, so that's a big non-lethal approach.
They're showing
right
a little
there.
bit of both. They showed the stealth with the
He also like stabbed a bunch of people, so not always the good
So
guy.
if you go back to that shot of him kind of standing there, a little bit of imagery going on here, returning from the dead, kind of an
the wings, like the Icarus is a big part of the first game, so now he has those wings again.
Yeah.
You'll actually see him again, I think. This is the
So
Illuminati.
here's the conspiracy, people collaborating in the background.
And there is one from Paris, so maybe Paris is going to be one of our areas this time, because we were in Montreal and Hong Kong, Hangshaw last time, and they control all these companies. And the other game they were trying to control the company that Jensen worked for, Seraph Industries.
Yeah, it was down there on the right, actually.
Yeah. So now we see, again, it's going into Europe. Where'd you see Sarah? Oh yeah,
there
right
in
there
the
in the
lower
bottom right.
Yeah.
Some other companies that you see, like the gun makers and stuff. So let's skip ahead now. This looks like a. Do you know what this is?
No, I don't recognize the location.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar on European landmarks.
It's also been futurized.
True. But you see Jensen's looking at this area, and he also has a camera on the right. Name Ivan Burke. That's the guy in the hoodie. Ivan, sorry.
Ivan Peak.
I'm really bad at that. Augmented and dangerous. Additional info. Arrest warrant issue. Details. Prime suspect for the bombing, which we'll see in Prague. So it does look like Prague is probably with that area in the first where you see him running through the crowd.
Yeah.
And then here we also have...
This is a terrorist organization. That's the leader.
Yeah.
Hopefully the boss fights are a little bit better. This guy looks really cool. I
Yeah.
like his huge augmented arms. That looks...
Big old Russian bad guy.
Yeah.
The Crimson Fist. And so he's kind of inciting the augmentation people against other people.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty cool attack. And that looks like it is a takedown that's non-lethal.
Another like a stun gun.
Yeah, and then we see a whole lot of lethal takedowns.
Yeah.
I tried to play through non-lethal.
Me too. I actually played through. I did one playthrough non-lethal, one playthrough where I only used vending machines and threw my people. I really hope we see those again. So here we are back in. I'm assuming this is now Prague because this is about to be.
Yeah, this is Adam trying to stop the explosion or warn people. Or
and I believe this is where that thing came from. Wanted for blowing up Prague. So yeah, he was too late to save that
Here's
one.
some lethal attacks.
Yeah. This is the new thing too.
Yeah, something comes out of his arm there.
It's like his blade that you usually use for the melee attacks.
I would like that if it was like you can use it once. Just hold there, actually. If you could like use it once and like have to figure out a way to reload it or something.
Or maybe
like I don't just want it to be like infinite.
Oh yeah, that'd
yeah,
be
like you have to pick
cheap.
it up per mission or whatever.
Yeah,
that'd be nice.
Looks very effective though. So it looks like this terrorist guy. I guess maybe that was his. That might have been his initiation was to blow up Prague.
Possibly.
And then this looks new.
Yeah, this is really, really cool. So he's kind of powering up here. Then he almost teleport.
This reminds me of
into the guy.
Of Shadow Mordor's Shadow Strike,
where
you could teleport to a guy and like take him down. And, these moves are just so good.
Definitely. A lot of combat here.
Fist right into the thing. And then we have...
so now he punches people through walls. He doesn't just punch through walls.
He's got a really he's got a mix of like scarring and...
that eye's gone.
Augmentation, but it's weird that he didn't augment his other eye.
Well, his main eye is probably augmented, so he's like, I don't really need
That's
the
true.
other one. Yeah.
But yeah, I can't wait for some more crazy augmented fights one-on-one. I hope we get some really good boss fights in this.
Yeah.
And he also seems to have this huge gun which shoots the shell that explodes into lots of little bead projectiles.
Some sort of shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at this point...
So he turns into metal.
I can't tell
that's
if it's
like
into the...
and then he turns into a logo.
He turns into a logo. That's his new ability.
No, I think that's just a transition to the Deus Ex Mankind Divided
But I can
logo.
see some new shielding technology. Definitely he's gone through some big changes in the 2 years that it's been through the last game. And then we cut back to here, the Panacea.
Yeah, and it looks like they're finding him here. And there's that imagery again if you rewind just a little bit to where the light's hitting him just right. Yeah.
It's angel wings.
Yeah. All right, Brendan, thank you very much for taking it through.
Of course. Let us know what you think of what ending you think this might have been this might geared toward, or whether all the endings kind of coincide to this new expansion, what you want to see. I want to see more vending machines and refrigerators to throw people.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more gameplay just in general. Thank you for joining us, guys, and for more on Deus Ex, you are already in the right place. IGN.